Why, hello everyone, welcome to PlayFrame and welcome to Megabonk. This game, which you probably have seen at some point around a little bit, it kind of blew up a bit when it came out last year, is a Horde survivor game, very similar to Vampire Survivors, but 3D and really fun. I enjoy this genre of game a lot, and this, I think, is the best incarnation of, like, Vampire Survivors type game in 3D that I think I have seen yet. It's a good time. If you've not seen it, I'm very excited to be the one who gets to show it to you. So, we will start by choosing a character. There's a lot of them. I think to start, you'll only have like Fox, Sir Oofy, and Calcium here unlocked. The game is very, like, it's memes all the way down, by the way. Just very silly across the board. Like, Mega Chad is a character playable here. So, like, lots of silliness. Don't worry about it. We'll just start out with the kind of like basic default character here, Fox. All of them play differently. All of them have a different starting weapon. All of them have different, like, a particular stat that they scale increasingly high with every level they gain. But you'll see once we get in there. Let's start by playing as Fox, and we will play in the Forest level Tier 1 as basic as it gets. So, we begin. I really enjoy the limited frame rate choice on your characters running around. But yeah, if you've played Vampire Survivors or many of the other games that have emerged inspired by it since, then the basics of this are probably already somewhat familiar to you. We have some weapons choices here, and we've only got 2 slots currently available, so the Fire Staff is the one that we started out with. Let's go ahead and level that up to begin with. Double its projectile count, that'll help. So one thing that is fun with this, just being in 3 dimensions, is that you can try to, like, take advantage of height. Like, factoring that into your positioning as you escape, and, like, jumping, being able to, like, jump over enemies, also very important. A blue uncommon level up for the Fire Staff, which just means overall just a larger stats increase. Or we could get another weapon, a Bananarang, or a tome, something that would go in one of the other slots that we have, which would boost a particular stat, or like start scaling a particular stat as we leveled it up. Let's just keep going with the Fire Staff, though. This is a pretty good one. More projectiles and increased size, because every one of these projectiles also has a small AoE blast. Like, they're targeting the nearest enemy, or targeting nearby enemies semi-randomly, I'm not sure which, but as you can see, they do a little bit of AoE damage. And if we increase the size of this Fire Staff, like increase that stat a bit, then the size of that AoE will increase. Goodness, a purple one, why not? More damage and more projectile count. Loving this. This is all very good. Let's collect this free chest. I'm not playing super efficiently right now, mostly because I'm explaining things, but it's fine. We'll be fine. All right, we've gotten an item. Items are very important in this. So I'll explain it really fast, actually. So you see up in kind of the top left corner our Fire Staff, which is level 4. There is one more slot over there, so we could have one more weapon that we could equip and start leveling up. We have 2 slots beneath that can be for tomes. There are tomes for just about all the different stats in the game, so I could choose 2 tomes to equip and start leveling up and boosting that particular stat on this character. There's also these items, which are just things that have a passive effect that will last for the remainder of that run. So for the remainder of this run, we now have plus 25 max HP. How nice. We're about to level up again. Goodness, we're just getting a lot of good levels for this Fire Staff. It's hard to not just keep going with this. Projectile count up and projectile speed up. Why not? Speed them up a bit. So I'm standing near this little shrine thing here, and you can see it charging up. So long as I stay in that little bubble there, it will keep on charging up, and once it finishes charging, I will get a boost from it of my choice. A additional projectile count, which is pretty good. Gain 8% armor, and this is an epic red one, so like pretty big boost there, or gain plus 6 shield. On certain characters, plus 8% armor would be pretty huge. Projectile count, also not bad. I think in my case, I'm going to take plus 6 shield, which is sort of like a little additional HP buffer on top of your regular health bar up there. Kind of like Halo damage, like the shield you have that, like, you take damage from that first, and then it'll start affecting your HP if the shield is emptied. Having even just plus 6 HP of shield is quite nice, because that refills after a while. and completely soaks at least one hit, like one attack from enemies. So even if I got hit by an attack that does way more than 6 damage, it'll just take the 6 damage from the shield and not touch my HP until I take another hit while the shield is down. Let's see. Not as exciting a level up for the Fire Staff, but I don't know if I want the regen or cooldown tomes. So let's keep going with this. Keep boosting the weapon up. It's working for us. Let's keep collecting these gems so we're getting more experience. I also need to be actually exploring a little bit more. I should prioritize doing that. Because as you can see on the map I'm about to pull up in a second... Sure. The map you can see there, we got this fog of war filling the whole map. We need to find the place where the final boss is going to spawn, the boss portal. That is our main objective. Because we have to find that portal, activate it so the boss comes out, and then defeat that boss before time runs out. Ooh, an XP tome is very handy. It'll just level us up faster. Yes, I will take it. We're putting out some good fire damage here. Lots of projectiles. Loving it. These chests, I could spend 30 gold to open one, and why not? We have a lot of gold. There we go. Curse an enemy dealing 30% of their max HP every second. So that'll just be passively happening to enemies nearby us at semi-random. The game does not necessarily explain all of this stuff super clearly, but if you've been playing it for a while, as I have, then you start getting the general idea. Luck tome's also pretty exciting, but this particular character, the Fox, like their luck scales up with every level already. So having more luck is good, especially for like a longer run if that's what you're planning to do, but we're not planning that. Let's grab, yeah, we'll get a damage tome. We'll just make it so we're doing more damage with everything and can start leveling that up. We'll get another of these charge shrines. There's a set number of these around the map. More crit damage, some HP regen, which can be quite nice. I think I will actually take that. Now you can see this one, the first chest cost 30 gold, this one costs 72. Every time you open a chest, the cost increases for the full length of the run. Ooh, but we're getting a purple. Gas mask, gain armor and overheal for every enemy infected with poison. I don't know if we have a thing that's hitting anyone with poison right now, but if we find something that does poison, great. Increase attack speed by 8%. I'll take it. The items you get from these chests can make all the difference in how well your run goes. There's lots of little items and like objects and points of interest around here, but first let's deal with our first mini-boss here, Chunkum the Terrible, who will start throwing these little red AoE bubbles at us from time to time, but we've been leveling up pretty good here. They're done. Great. More experience, please. Okay. Electric plug. Upon taking damage, send out an electric shock to nearby enemies. Oh, that's handy. Oh, and here's the boss portal. Perfect. We found it. And now that'll be like, we'll have a little red indicator on our mini-map pointing us toward this for the rest of this level here, which is great. So we can go wander and level up some more, but we can come back later once we're starting to run low on time and take the boss out. 3 choices of weapons. A sword, an aura around us, or some mines. You know what? I'm not sure I want any of these. I think I have one refresh I can use. Yes. A lightning staff. Chunkers, summon chunky rocks that orbit around you. Or leveling up our damage tome. You know, let's lean into the staff thing. Summons lightning to smite nearby enemies at semi-random. So now we're also smiting with lightning at the same time. Fantastic. Let's wander around and power ourselves up some more before we go bringing a boss in here. Another one of these. Ooh, an extra jump. Extra jumps can be so great for getting around and for avoiding trouble. Because like right now, things are going pretty smooth and easy. There's a fair number of enemies around, but nothing too scary. I'm actually going to activate this because it's going to draw in all of the experience we've not picked up yet, which is very helpful when you've been wandering around for a while. Sure, more experience. Keep it coming. More projectile bounces and damage for the lightning staff, sure. And let's say more damage on this one. Boy, getting some good levels here. Yeah. So we got about 6 minutes left. This is a particular kind of interactable that gives you a choice of some random items for free, which is kind of nice. So we could get a key, which gives us a 10% chance to open chests for free, or a campfire, which heals us when we stand still. You know, that's also pretty nice. I'll take that. Not like we're taking a lot of damage right now, but there is a swarm incoming. Ooh, an epic fire staff upgrade. Yes, please. More projectile count, more size. Very good. Gold chests are just free, so feel free to open those whenever you like. Moldy cheese is actually a very good one, or at least I haven't played this in a little bit, but this was a very, very desirable item for a common when I was playing this more regularly. Very good for melting boss health bars. 40% chance to poison enemies on hit. Moldy cheese, my beloved heart, I agree. Especially because we have this gas mask thing. That's going to help us all the more. Ooh, another little magnet pickup. I'll take it. There is a lot to learn and absorb if you're experiencing this game for the first time. I hope my explanations are helping somewhat. Here's a little shield. This will give us a temporary little protective shield, so we don't take any damage for as long as that little green bubble is going. Fire staff, sure. And I'll take this. Increase evasion by plus 15%. Not bad. And I'll take this too. Chests will also sometimes drop from like bosses or some little mini bosses or tough enemies that you run into. You have a chest drop chance, which just gives you the chance to get more cool items like this. More damage done. Lovely. I feel this is going quite well, but there's still a lot of map we've not really uncovered. So let's keep working on that. Here are some pots, by the way. You can interact with these, and they will give you some experience, just for free, which is nice. Very useful to find those. These gold shrines here will generally give you much better upgrades. Yeah, legendary, like pretty much guaranteed a legendary upgrade. Increased pickup range, even more shield or more gold gain. I think I'll take the pickup range. That sounds pretty nice. Better lightning staff, sure. I'll open that, why not? We're about halfway through this run here, about 5 minutes. Increase crit chance by 10%. Not bad. By the way, in addition to running around and jumping, which we have our multiple jumps, so I can double jump now, and that's great, you can also slide, which, if you've got a slope, is great for moving fast. More fire staff. That thing is really putting damage out. Let's make it keep doing that. Here's another charge shrine. This enemy with the crown above their head is sort of an elite. They're tougher, but they might drop a chest or some more gold or just something better for defeating them. More jump height, sure. The more charged shrines we can activate, the stronger we will be. And the more chests we open too, might as well. Get some goodies. Ooh, crits have a 25% chance to heal you. Love that. This little item pickup thing here is a nuke. It'll destroy all enemies surrounding you if you pick it up. But there's not a lot of enemies right now, so I'm not going to bother. I'll save it for maybe later, if we get swarmed again. More luck, more experience gain, more crit damage. You know, why not? We've been getting a lot of rare drops and such, probably on account of our luck stat. You can see over there on our wall of stats on the right, luck is kind of 3/4 of the way down, and it's at 47%, which is not bad. Let's boost it even higher. Why not? Make the numbers bigger. Luck is a pretty safe bet for leveling up on just about any character, because it just means the further you get in the run, the more high-quality random drops for items and level ups and everything you'll be getting. So it can really start snowballing pretty quick in a wild way toward the end. Let's get another free item. A ghost using an interactable summons ghosts. Coward's Cloak boosts movement speed upon taking damage, also gain plus 5% movement speed. Ice Crystal, 7.5% chance to freeze enemies upon hitting them. Ghosts are fun. Let's find an interactable. We'll open this. Get a goodie. Upon taking damage, send down an electric shock to a nearby enemy. So now we're doing that twice, basically. And also, now there's some ghosts that are just going to follow me around until they see an enemy to attack, and then they'll attack the enemy. And then I think they'll disappear. But every time I interact with something, like another chest, more ghosts. Plus 8% XP gain. I'll take it. Why not? Oh, there's another charge shrine over here. I'll grab this to move faster, which is very handy. If I walk out of this bubble, by the way, you will see the charging progress I've built up will start winding down. So you do need to stay inside that bubble all the way until it finishes charging, which can be very hard when you are surrounded by a swarm. What we're dealing with right now is not a problem whatsoever. Just a little handful of enemies, nothing scary. One of the benefits, I think, of their chosen art style here, of just very low poly, simple 3D graphics, is they can cram a lot of enemies on this screen when they want to. It can get very silly. Sure. Let's start charging that again now. And we got our campfire, so if we needed to heal, we would be. More regen, why not? Not that we've really needed it, but you know. Let's see. Haven't been down to this part of the map yet, and now a swarm's incoming. Still a relatively small one, but on every one of these maps at specific times, you will get either a mini-boss spawning or a little swarm incoming or some such. They happen on a pretty regular cadence. More damage, please. And let's go ahead and use this. We've been dropping a lot of experience all over the map. Sure. And sure. And sure. And sure. Ooh, yes. Gotta choose that one. You also may have noticed as well that, like, the specific stat leveling up, well, for the tomes, it's pretty consistent because they're only for leveling up a single stat. But for our weapon level ups, you'll notice that the specific stat being leveled up hasn't been the same every time. Like this time, it's size and projectile speed. Sometimes it might be projectile count or damage. So there's not only some randomization as to like how high quality the upgrade of that item might be, like common, rare, epic, etc., but the specific stats being leveled up are also somewhat random. So it could be that we could see like a pretty high quality, like rare level up for a particular item that doesn't actually level up the stats that make a big difference for that item. So maybe that's, in that case, maybe not the best option to choose. Or maybe it is. I don't know. There are people who are way better at this game. If you're tuning into this expecting to see like best of the best play, you're watching the wrong video. I just like this game a lot. When we finish this run, you will see my score, and then you will see the leaderboard, and you will see the vast difference between me and the best of the best in the game currently. I'll never be at that level, and that's fine. Don't have to be that good to enjoy it. We're getting down to about 2 minutes here, and we don't want to push things too late. We do want to make sure we got enough time to take the boss out. They were pretty strong, so I imagine we can melt them pretty quick-like once we're ready. I think I see a little cluster of charge shrines. Oop, another mini-boss. Okay, yeah, we've just melted that very fast. I'm no longer concerned about beating the boss quickly. They'll be stronger than that, but Even so, 12% chance to spawn an extra experience shard when killing an enemy. Why not? And this... Ooh, purple. Increased damage by 0.1% per kill, max of 100%. Pretty good. I'll take it. Let's activate these shrines over here that are clustered together. 2 of them. Oh, there's 1 shrine and then some other ones that are useful for drawing experience in, and another one for a free item. I'll take it, honestly. Charge that up. Good. More shield, movement speed, or projectile count across the board for, like, both of my weapons. I'll take that. That'll draw in the experience, and then I'll grab a free item, earn 15% more gold from killing enemies, curse an enemy dealing 30% of max HP, or after evading deal double damage next attack and temporarily increase attack and movement speed. My evasion stats at 26%, which is not terrible. Honestly, I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, no matter which of those we choose. Not as much difference as these levels we're getting in now. Let's start heading back to the boss spawner because only a little more than a minute left. We do have a lot of ghosts, though. Like a lot of ghosts. Loving all the ghost friends. They're doing some good work for us. The level layout is rather randomized as well, by the way, so though it will always be like about this size, the points of interest on the map are in kind of like different positions every time, and the map layout is also entirely different. Boss, you're in. Very briefly. Oh yeah. Melting that health bar pretty quick, like, let's avoid all the danger bubbles. Yikes. Ouch. My shield is gone. And it's back. This is why it's nice having a few points of shield. And dead. Beautiful. All right. Good level up for the damage tome. And with 8 seconds to spare. And we got a burger. 2% chance to spawn a burger upon killing an enemy, which is just a little health refiller, which not bad. So now that we have defeated the boss, our goal is simply to survive. And once the timer goes down to 0, the final swarm begins. And to start, not too bad. Just these little white ghosts here, spawning and starting to rush towards you, but we've got enough damage output to deal with it. But the further into this we get, the more of them and stronger of them are going to start coming at us. If we make it past a minute and a half, I'll be pretty impressed with us. Let's see. More projectiles, why not? And I'll have... more evasion, sure. Let me up. I want this vase, jar, whatever. All right, doing pretty good here, hanging in there. Yeah. Might as well grab this too. Ouch. Got bumped, but that's okay. That's what the shield is for. Speaking of shields. Oh, okay. The little ghosts coming at us are stronger variants now. But I have a shield for a little bit. So we might make it past a minute and a half. But we do not have a lot of health. And we're starting to get pushed around by them a bit. So, as soon as the shield goes away, this might end somewhat quickly. There is this little nuke over here, though, that I could hit. That'll buy us some extra seconds. Yeah. Enjoy the extra seconds, everyone. They're over. All right. We're hanging in there. Lasted longer than I expected. Ow. Ow. All right, getting shoved around a bit now. Starting to dig into our actual health bar a bit. Ow. Okay. Getting shoved. Help. Okay. All right. Help. Okay, yeah, now we're done. Solid run, though. You dead. But we did complete this little tier 1 run. And we got some silver, which is sort of the progression currency. Hey, look at that. Number 164,829 worldwide. Solid run. But you can see the scores happening in the bottom right over there. My score compared to some of the rest of these here. And you might wonder, how on earth do you achieve scores like that? Well, there's a few ways. Not that I can really show you the full extent of it, but one way, basically, is to play a higher tier difficulty level so that there's like the level goes on longer and you have longer time to get more score. The second way you do it is by beating all the bosses, getting to the end of that high tier run, and then surviving into the final swarm for a very, very, very long time, which requires very well-engineered and very lucky builds. You have to be having a very good run and know what you're doing and be trying very hard to get that perfect run to be getting scores like the people on the bottom right are getting. But okay, that was basically a vanilla run that would look pretty similar to what your run might look like your first time, just booting the game up, playing that first character, not having any upgrades. Let's turn a bunch of the upgrades back on that I had turned off. Like, with these, we can have 2 more weapon slots. 2 more tome slots. So 4 total for each. That's nice. With these, we can have the option to refresh our level up offers more times. Or skip some, or banish particular items that we don't want to see in the pool anymore. All quite handy. There we go. Okay. And if we look at the unlocks list, there's a bunch of characters. There's one I still haven't unlocked, actually. There's a whole bunch of weapons, and you can toggle some of them off if you don't want to see them spawning in your particular run. If you want to limit the range of possibility, if there's a particular build you're going for, you can toggle certain weapons so that they do not spawn. And you can be more likely to get the specific stuff that you want. But, we'll keep it at these for now. There's a whole bunch of tomes. A whole ton of items of various rarities. This is also new. They've added hats since I played last. Apparently there's hats, which can be unlocked by finding frogs on Forest Stage 1, for example. I don't really know what that means. But that's just the experience of playing Megabonk. Let's show you what an attempt at a higher difficulty run might look like. The fun thing that I quite enjoy about the design of this is that these different characters don't just have a different starting weapon and like a different stat that they level up particularly highly at the higher in level they get. They also just move and handle differently. Sir Oofy here is very tanky but very slow compared to the fox. Calcium is very fast. Very fast. Tony McZoom, similarly fast. Monkey is not super fast, but their jump covers more horizontal distance, and they can climb walls, which entirely changes how you might try moving around the level. You know what? Why not? Maybe we will play, I don't know, we gotta do Calcium, come on. Have to. So, Calcium, their weapon is a bone, throws bones that bounce off enemies. And there's Speed Demon. Speed builds up over time, but is halved when you take damage. Also gain damage based on speed. So the faster we go, the more damage we do. Plus we're a skeleton on a skateboard with shades. And I feel like that's all you really need to see. I'm sold. Let's go. You know, Calcium thrives in an open space, and the desert is a much more open level layout. I've never beaten a tier 3 run in the desert. I might not even get past, well, you know, you'll see. Welcome to the desert. This is Calcium. Calcium zooms. I enjoy calcium a lot. Let's level up our main weapon. There are 3 levels in the game currently, each of which have a lot of unique gimmicks about them. Hey, we found the boss portal already. How nice. Convenient. But we need to get moving because while it is more open, this desert level is also much larger. There's a lot more ground to cover, which is why having a fast character like Calcium can be so handy. Let's get a bunch of free money and experience from these pots. I don't want any of these, I don't think. I definitely don't want the knockback tome, so I'm banishing that one. Get that out of my pool. Let's start filling these up. Careful. Let's say evasion. Let's get that. Idle juice. The longer you stand still, the more damage you do. Max 100% damage. That's about... This may be one of the worst characters to get that on, because I definitely don't want to be standing still, but sure, I guess. Careful, 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 careful. It's hard to stay in the bubble without taking hits. Run! Okay. More weapon size, sure. More crit chance and projectile count is fine. Ooh, here's a guy. So, there's these shady guys. They will have like a random assortment of items, which you can purchase from them. The item rarity, by the way, will match the color of their hat. So we found a yellow-hatted guy who has legendaries, which is great. They're very expensive, but killing an enemy summons 2 homing souls. Pretty awesome. 8% chance upon hitting an enemy to create a giant blast, damaging and knocking away enemies. 2% chance to bonk an enemy, dealing 20 times damage. Pretty good. Once I have some money, I'm going to come back, and I don't know which of these 2 I'm going to get. But in the spirit of the Megabonk, we might have to go with this. It's a big bonk. I'll come back later when I have money. Oh, scorpions. These are mean. They have little damage bubbles of their own. That can be very obnoxious. At least I think they can. No, I'm thinking of cactuses. Never mind. We might see cactuses later. The scorpions do poison you, though, which I also don't care for. This is a microwave. I might explain it later. Oh, they are a little more sturdy in Tier 3. Actually, a lot more sturdy in Tier 3 than they were in the Tier 1 version of the forest level we did. Which means they're having the opportunity to accumulate, which is bad for me. I'll take the ghosts, though. Gonna avoid that statue over there. Okay, thank you. Didn't need this. Thank you. So the little tornadoes, if you run into them, will fling you into the air, which can be handy for escaping situations, but also there is fall damage, so that can be a problem if you don't have like some extra jumps to use or some other means of cushioning your blow. It's tempting to take, like, either of these require me to be close to my enemies, and my whole jam is kind of running away from them, so I think I might hold out for more ranged options. I can see taking the katana later if I've got some more ranged options already added to the arsenal, but ooh, I'll take that. I need to be covering more of this map and finding more charge shrines. This would spawn some elite enemies if I was feeling strong enough to take them out, because they would drop some nice stuff, but I'm not feeling super powerful right now. Projectile speed tome? No, probably not. I really need to be making my weapon stronger. And getting more weapons as well, but doing my best out here. Fill the thing. Ghosts protect me. Thank you. Beautiful. I guess with our bouncing bones, projectile speed is not bad. I'll take it. I'll also take this. That'll help. Ah, we've got a boss. Hopefully enough strength to take them out, because goodness, they've got a lot more for danger projectiles. And they also poison you like the other scorpions, which isn't great. Come on, die. Die. I do enjoy our speed. That does make it a lot easier to avoid all of this. Do I want evasion? Not really. I might. I don't want chunkers either as a weapon, so I'll banish that from the pool as well. Why not? Whoop. Nope. No thank you. No thank you. Do not want a tornado lift. Plus 15% more damage to elites and bosses is going to help us a lot. If we are going to survive this stage, we need to be doing a lot more damage, and bosses are kind of the main problem. Plus 20% damage at the cost of some max HP. Honestly, a pretty good deal. I'm trying to avoid contact with enemies as much as I can. Fire Staff is actually not a terrible one to add for this guy, as long as we're doing just kind of ranged attacks. Sure. Why not? A little more AoE than the, whoops, ouch. Now, stop spawning right where I'm going. A little more AoE than the bones do for us. More XP gain, sure, I'll take it. Charge this up. Come on, great. Okay, good. Shield, yes, that will help protect me. Especially now that we've got a swarm incoming, which is not great. I will activate this and run. Flamewalker might not be bad, leaving a trail of damage behind us, you know? Sure. It's just gonna be a pretty small trail for now, but if we level up a bunch and we get like a size tome could be pretty great, actually. Increasing the size of all these projectiles we're throwing around. I might enjoy that very much. So now we're leaving behind some little flame patches behind us, which is kind of hard to see on the sand, but they're there. Yeah, there you go. It's a lot of skeletons. Regen tome might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I'll take it, sure. Luck tome also enticing. Yes, I will take that too. And I'll hit this, which stops the enemies moving for a short little while. And that's gonna be real handy when I'm in the middle of a swarm. Let's try to get out of the middle of the swarm. Where else do we need to explore? There's a lot of maps still. Go. Zoom. Poison Flask could be interesting, but let's keep boosting some of these other weapons. More luck. Sure, I'll take it. Let's see if we can activate some more of these, get some more stat boosts. And I guess if I stand still, I'm doing more damage, so... Lifesteal could be quite helpful. It just means that a small amount of the damage you deal will give you a little bit of health back as well. Why not? We are very squishy, so like... anything we can do to get health back faster increases our odds of living to see another day. It's getting a little tense around here. Don't really feel like any of these are incredible right now, but I'll take crit chance, I guess. Land a magnet. Start no. Scorpions. Ooh, yes, I will take a legendary level up. Thank you. That's pretty good. Now buzz off. I'm trying to activate this thing. Don't really want any of these, I don't think. Refresh. Bow is not bad. Shoots arrows that pierce enemies. Yeah, why not? Another good ranged option. Oh boy, we're getting closed in. Yes, I will take that experienced tome. I need to not be where I'm standing right now. Very unsafe, currently. Power multiplier, I think, increases the effectiveness of the little item pickups like the little bubble shield, the nuclear bomb thing, the freeze time clock, stuff like that. Why not? Let's get out of here. Unsafe. At least we're speedy. And a skeleton on a skateboard. Ouch. More damage? Yeah, I'll take that. Run! This darn poison is keeping my shield from respawning, and that I don't care for. No. Gold gain, pickup range, difficulty. So you might ask, why on earth would you want to level this up? This seems like a downside. So if you're doing well, if you're staying on top of like the amount of enemies that are coming in and you're not feeling threatened, ramping the difficulty up will make them a little stronger, but it'll also spawn a lot more of them. And if you can kill a lot more of them, they'll drop a lot more experience, which can like significantly increase how much faster you're getting stronger. Which, again, this is how people can, like, if they're getting some really good drops and getting a really good build coming together and cranking the difficulty way up so that they can level even faster, that's how they start getting to ridiculous leaderboard scores. I feel like I'm a little behind the curve right now, so I'm just gonna take pickup range. Since we're moving so fast. Easier to grab stuff in passing. We're getting a lot of enemies out here, though. Sure, there could be far, far more than this, but I wish there wouldn't be. Size tome could be fun, and I think especially since we've got this flame trail behind us, I would love to see this stuff grow huge. Sure. Stay ahead of the pack. Now we got the little cactuses who can throw little projectiles at us if you see any tiny little red danger bubbles pop up near me. That's probably what those are. Hey, even more damage to elites and bosses. That's probably going to be great for me. Move. Grab free stuff. Don't interact with that. It would just spawn a very dangerous guy. Beating that guy is how you unlock a character. I've already unlocked the character. I don't really feel like I need another dangerous guy in my life right now. You know, more max HP. You can never go wrong. Okay, it's getting hard to see out here right now. In the desert. More crit damage and chance? Sure. Ooh, beat up this skeleton, we'll get extra money. If you see a blue skeleton, that'll give you extra experience for defeating them, but they'll try to run away and they'll disappear after a few seconds. It's kind of coming together now, though. We're staying away from danger. I don't know if we're, like, strong enough to keep enemies off of us if they start swarming us like this. I feel like our damage output could definitely be better. Because this is getting a little out of hand. Little bad, little not great. Little bad, not great. It can go bad so fast. So fast. Tier 3 is hard. And I didn't even get to really show you how Tier 3 works. Here, I will try to squeeze in one more run. Here, we'll try doing Monkey. And we'll try being, just default Monkey. Very good. Monkey has banana rangs and can climb walls and gains +2 max HP per level. So we can lean into HP, having a lot of HP on this character. And I think we should. Let's go back to the forest, because lots more to climb there. And I'll try to show you how tier, like we didn't really get to see how different tiers work other than just increasing difficulty. Hopefully this time I can succeed in showing you. All right, here we are. So, Monkey not nearly as fast, tragically, but has a good long distance jump, which is great for covering ground, and, like I said, climbing, which on this map, that's pretty huge. Very helpful. can even climb this. Enemies will follow you, though. Enemies can also climb walls. So it can be useful for getting away, but it's not a hack for just staying immune from damage all the time. Let's get an aura this time. I'm more okay with enemies being in closer proximity to me this time. So now we've got a damaging aura. Enemies enter the damaging aura, they take damage. I would love to lean into weapon size in this build as well, just to make this aura huge. Enormous. Okay, I'll start running around a little bit, leveling up. And I'll check back in here. Well, let's go ahead and crank the difficulty up a little bit. Greed Shrine. Difficulty has increased by 5%. We'll see if that was a bad idea. Ooh, more damage and size, yes please. Love that. But okay, yeah, let me run around and level up a bit. I'll catch up with y'all again shortly. Okay, so we're at about 2.5 minutes, and as you can see, the number of enemies has gotten a little more out of hand. We're hanging in there. I would like for our damage output to be a little more right now. But we're doing kind of okay. I wonder if I can kind of show you what my situation is. It's going to be pretty hard to actually, like, see any of that over there, but I've got my banana rings, my aura, I've got a katana and a sword doing some closer range damage, a size tome, an experience tome, a luck tome, and an HP tome, which is great because I've also got another item that increases my damage output for every, like, 100 HP I have, or something like that. Maybe it's every 50, I can't remember. So more HP equals more damage for this character, which is great. I'm also jumping around a lot because I got a scarf that makes it to where I do an extra 50 to 100% damage I don't remember when I'm airborne. So I'm just going to be jumping a lot for the remainder of our time here. I could really use another magnet something, because there's a lot of experience just around, and that would really help with making up the difference with my damage output, I feel like. Ooh, let's grab this too. I've been boosting my luck a good bit. I really don't want to be standing still very much. And I'll just refresh it. Not much better, but boosts, like, charge shrine time and reward quality a little bit, so I guess could be worse. And I do see a shrine up here, so great. Oh, there's a mini-boss. Okay. Here is... All right, I can show you how a microwave works. Microwave allows you to choose an item of that microwave's color of rarity and duplicate it, which is cool. It costs a little money, but also it will destroy another of the items you have of the same level of rarity. So, are there any of these that I want to duplicate? Doubling my 10% chance to have chests open for free is not bad. But if I could find a moldy cheese and duplicate that... No, the chest thing is pretty good. I'll take that. Duplicate, and it throws away my... something. I didn't really see. It's fine. But now I got some more jumps, which is good, because airborne, good for damage output, and also for escaping. Help. I evaded the fall damage, which is just a thing that happens sometimes when you have a decent evade stat going. Sometimes you just fall and you miss the floor because of your good evasion stat. In real life and in the video game. I'll take the damage. That just seems useful. Where's this boss? They spawned and then I ignored them. But they're just peppering me with AoE attacks from range. There you are. Because yeah, they can just keep on AoE attacking you from anywhere. So you can run from them, and sometimes you need to, but it's not always advantageous. Okay, this is a bad move. They're just gonna follow me. Don't climb up that wall when they're just gonna fall on your head. I need to be getting the main boss out here soon too, because we're almost out of time. And you can fight and defeat the final boss while the final swarm is incoming. Little risky though. My weapon leveling could be improved, but yeah, we're running low on time. Need to scoot. Need to make sure I can take the final boss out before time is completely run out of. Loving those extra jumps. Extra jumps, boy, huge for mobility. Love them. Here's the boss portal back here hiding in a corner. Get him out here. So now we have the mini boss still on the field and the larger boss to contend with, and my damage output much less great than in that first run. I mean, it's also tier 3, so they're a lot stronger, and that makes sense. But, weapons could be better. Sure. Make the weapons more good, please. Yeah. Weapons more good. Size tome, yeah. Make that aura large. More projectile. It is a rare upgrade, though. More damage and size. Gotta go for that. I want to take the, like, under almost any circumstance, I would take this luck tome, because that's a good boost, and the faster you can level up luck, the faster you start getting higher quality rewards from everything, so it really snowballs in a great way. But we're kind of in a dangerous spot here, and some extra HP might make a big difference as to whether we get to, like, benefit from increased luck for more than the next 30 seconds. More size, though, will mean that my weapons, all of my weapons, are doing a lot more. And a lot more HP also is increasing my damage. Got to. I did just grab, like, a magnet thing, which is why I'm getting a lot of levels back to back. I'm collecting a lot of experience all at once. Sure, more size. Yeah, that aura's gotten pretty large now. That helps a lot. Damaging enemies from much further away now. I don't have to get nearly so close to hurt them, but goodness, the final swarm is incoming. And this boss is nowhere near dead. Troubling. Troubling. That's okay, we got a little shield power up that I can grab if things get really dire. We're not dead yet. Just maybe soon. Chunkum the Terrible's nearly dead, though, and we'll get a chest drop when that happens. And maybe the chest will have something good. Help. Maybe. 20% more damage to enemies above 90% HP. I guess a little better for taking out these ghosts that are going to start swarming us with increasing rapidity. Oh, there's a stopwatch over here, too. That will also help. Okay, we could use more better things here. More better. Okay, it's getting a little intense, but the boss doesn't have a ton left. Stop the clock. Take out the boss, quick. Come on. Oh, we're gonna make it. We're making it. Ha! We're surviving this nonsense. Make the... Oof. Do that. We need more levels fast. It's a good investment. Tough pick, but I'll take the projectile speed and size, both good. And I'll take this. Yes, that would have been helpful a minute ago. It's fine. Okay. So now, you might be thinking, oh, you just have to keep surviving till you die, right? Well, no. Whew, that was close. So now, because we're doing tier 3, there's additional stages we can do. We almost didn't make it. But then at the last second, we did. If you beat the boss, then you can use the portal to enter the next stage whenever you desire. I could have stayed around well, in theory, I could have stayed around longer and continued fighting the final swarm to keep on getting experience from them and leveling up more. But I would have died if I stayed even like 5 seconds longer. So I bailed the instant I could. That, like, the enemies can knock you around, as you've been seeing once they start getting close to me. That's kind of the problem with the final swarm. You could be waiting near the exit, ready to hit the button the instant they start dropping your HP too low, but if they hit you, they might start knocking you away from the portal to where you can't use it anymore. Until you can manage to get close enough, which can be really hard once they've started getting close enough to knock you around. These are things you learn after a lot of runs. But hey, we've entered the stage 2. And that's good. We need to start getting stronger. A lot stronger. And quickly, if possible. But the tension should dial down for a little bit now that we've gotten out of the final boss, final swarm stuff of stage 1. Enemies are tougher here, though, and it's a new layout version of the map with new charged shrines and chests and everything to be going about activating, and a new final boss portal that we need to find. Charge the thing. Good, good. More jumps, yes. The more jumps you have, the more wacky mobility you get. Scooting around this map, goodness, we do take damage fast, though, when they do actually catch up to us. Oof, yeah. What is this? I don't know what this present is, and I'm a little scared to find out. Oh, it's a Santa hat. I got a hat. I've learned how hats work. Or at least this hat. I assume that was added in a holiday update. Okay. Lifesteal could be nice. So could crit chance, though. We don't have like a lot of good natural means of like regenning and regaining our health, so leaning into something of that sort to keep rebuilding this big HP pool when we take hits, probably a good investment. Stay airborne, do more damage, okay. It's actually a tough pick. XP gain, probably the ticket in this case. But then, I'm far from an expert at this game. Experts of the game would probably have made a lot of choices differently along the way. We're very, very far off the map of where they would have taken this run. Oh, a boss is here. Well, a mini-boss. It's purple. Cast blood magic upon hitting an enemy, damaging nearby enemies, and healing you for 7.5% health, 9-second cooldown. That'll help with the maintaining our HP, though. Which I'm grateful for, because goodness, look how fast our HP goes away when we take a hit. Now it's just like 1 or 2 bumps. Whew, he's tanky, though. If we can survive through this 10-minute run here in the stage 2 and beat the final boss, again, a final swarm will come in, but we can go through the portal one more time to go to stage 3. If we'd only done a tier 2 run, then this would have been the last stage we could do, but tier 3 offers a 3rd stage you could try to beat, which is tougher and meaner, and if you beat that and the final boss at the end of that and go through the portal at the end of that, you go to the actual final boss. That is a very, very difficult encounter. Hey, more luck, I'll take it. But if you can beat that boss, then that's like a full successful victory run. And then a last final swarm will come in, and you can stick around and try to survive as long as you want to in that, on that like final boss stage. And that's where the leaderboard people live for a good long while with their good builds. We probably won't be seeing that. Swarm is incoming, and that's mildly concerning, but we're doing damage pretty good. Reasonably. Could be better. Oof. Boy, they're spawning in fast now, though. Okay. Let's grab this. This will be helpful. Pull in all that experience I've been leaving everywhere, please. Oh. More HP. More luck. More shrines. Where's more shrines? Boof. More HP. Let's get ridiculous with this. Oh yeah, there's a lot of map I've not explored. Free chests I haven't opened. Really shirking in my playing well responsibilities. Are those a thing? They're not. I'm not playing well, is the more normal way of saying that. I don't need more Borgers, thank you. They're not even that good of an item. I probably should have banished them the first time. Get extra gold when taking damage, you know? Works for me. Okay. Let's start climbing up here. The large aura field is quite nice, though. It's not doing a ton of damage per tick, but since it's so large, the damage ticks start happening way further away from me as the enemies approach, and that I appreciate. I'll grab this. Maybe, maybe, maybe not. No, maybe not. Goodness, that's a lot of enemies and elites back there. I do see a a blue microwave here. Is there anything that I want? Oh, need more rare items. Do I even have one? Oh, I have one. I would need another one so that there's one that it could be deleted. We'll just leave it be, I guess. I'll open a chest instead. Hey, yes, more cheese, please. More cheese, good. Start filling this shrine, come on. Ugh. Dangerous to stay in that bubble. Not super duper excited about any of these. I guess. None of those were particularly good for me. That just happens sometimes. Some days the RNG smiles upon you, and other days it do not. Chance to freeze enemies on hitting him, though. I'll take that. Sure. Why not? Every little bit helps. Die, money skeleton. Oh, I got away. Eesh. These enemies are too tanky for my liking. And my damage output could be better. Considerably. Although 3 moldy cheese is pretty good. That will help. I want to take the blue, but I really need to be doing more just damage across the board with these weapons. They need to be higher level than they are. Yeah. I wonder if I can stay in here long enough to charge this. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Yeah, all right. I guess luck, because duration's not doing a whole ton for me with these particular weapons. Like, it's not doing nothing, but it's not doing much. Duration's great for some weapons. Not huge for any of these. I guess I'll just take the luck instead. Where do I need to be going? There's some unexplored map over here. And lots of goodies in the explored part of the map that I've failed to grab, but kind of been on the run for a lot of this stretch. Our luck is up at 95% though, which we're still getting commons, but that's just how it works, because RNG. It's so beautifully maddening when you get like a bonkers high luck stat, and you keep on getting, oh no, that was very close, and you keep on getting mediocre commons. This is getting a little out of hand. Help! Kind of surviving by the skin of our teeth here, though I think that lifesteal is really paying off for us, because we're hitting a lot of enemies, at least, shortly after we take those hits, so we're getting it back fast. That's going to be desperately needed if we're going to survive all this. I'll take the luck. Probably should... Okay, this time we're definitely taking the katana boost, though. Katana is another very close range weapon. Experience gain, maybe. HP. Yeah, I'll take the aura boost again, why not? Oh, that is so many enemies. I love how they pile up on each other. Once enough of them start getting together. Hey! Legendary banana ring upgrade. Yes, please. It's a big boost on size and damage. That's smaller, but damage output really could be better. So, sure. Okay. Do love how fast our health is refilling, though. That is making all the difference here. I love this free chest, please. And I do see this bomb shortly, really close by. Big boost to experience. Kaboom! Yes! Didn't delete the boss, but it deleted everyone around the boss, and thank goodness that helps. Ow. Stop bumping into me. Sure. Need to be in kind of close range for the katana to be working. It's sort of that like swishy, swirly damage effect you're seeing pop up on the boss. There. And some of the other enemies nearby too. Whew, boy, our damage output is lacking. This boss needs to be melting a lot faster than he is. It's a mini-boss. Given the state of things, I probably better go spawn the main boss, because, otherwise we are not beating them fast enough. Ow. It's getting a little dire here. Refill the health quick. Quicker! Oh boy. Thank you, extra jumps. Very yipes. Out here. But we're surviving. We're surviving. I think we even got... Yeah, we got the mini-boss. Good. Good. There's no way we're beating this boss in time, though. Let's move. Luck normally would be great, but I don't know if we're going to live long enough to take advantage. Damage and it's a legendary. We probably should. Ooh. Might buy an item, might get something game-changing. Gain plus 2 thorns for every 1% armor, also gain plus 10% armor. I have no armor, so I'd be getting plus 20 thorns, which basically means enemies that touch me take 20 damage, which is not nearly enough. Now, if I was playing a character that was high on armor, like the little knight dude, I forget his name, this would be an incredible find. As it is, I'll just have to settle for the ghost. Unfortunate. But that's how the RNG goes sometimes. We have 10 seconds to kill a very strong boss. I don't think that's going to happen in 10 seconds. I don't even know if that's going to happen in a minute. But we'll try to endure. Hey, here's another free item that might help. Come on. We have 103% luck. You can do better than this. Increased damage by 20% per 100 max HP. I have one of those. Now I have another. That's a very good find for our character. That might make an enormous difference given I've built up our HP pretty high here. 587. Pretty great. Still taking away that boss health a little slower than I'd prefer. And we're 30 seconds into Final Swarm. And managing fine, but it is going to start escalating very quickly, especially once we get to the minute and a half, 2 minute marks. Got a little shield here, though. Could make something happen there. Oh, can't afford the chest. Ooh, boy, all right, getting shoved around a little. Not ideal. Boss still has half its health. Also, very not ideal. Projectile count. Oof. Oh boy, getting shoved around. Might be time to grab this. Now we're getting shoved around, but I can't be hurt for a short little bit. Ooh, a nuke. Oof. Getting shoved around. Hard to control where I'm going now. Ah, I'm getting shoved into this guy. Ah. I do love how frantic and wild things get late into a Final Swarm if you can survive long enough. Help! I am not in control of where I'm going anymore. Yeah. There's a chest back there. Oh no. Tier 3's hard. But you've got the idea now, I think. And hey, now we're in the top 46% of players. Moving on up. And we got a hat. So it's not all bad. New hat. which we can pay to fully unlock. Why not? We earned it. Doesn't do anything. Looks pretty cool, though. But yeah, that's Megabonk. This game's really cheap, by the way, and has been added to quite a bit since it came out last year, and probably will keep getting added to a little bit, I would wager. Lots of gameplay in here if you like this particular genre of game. Highly recommend. But I hope you've enjoyed. I will see you all next time for something else. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.